What's going on, everybody? It's been a while since I was on my YouTube channel here, and I'm happy to be here today, sharing about how to date through a screen. Times are different since I last posted. Now we're in COVID, doing a lot of our work and a lot of our connecting through Zoom and FaceTime and Google Hangout and so on. So I think it'd be really helpful to think through ways that we can most effectively use the tool to interface with one another and keep ourselves safe during COVID. Hopefully it's not going to last forever. And I'm going to kind of go through a few things that you can consider. First off, figure out how you actually want to communicate. So some of us prefer texting, and we can text throughout the day. We're able to, especially now, most of us are working from home, so we have more flexibility. Some can have an ongoing conversation and work on creating a really long response and having a full-on conversation via text. Others like to be short, succinct on text. Some folks actually DM their messages. They're short and brief. Some people email their communications, and some prefer phone calls. So it's important to check in with yourself around your schedule and your preferences. And if you're not sure, take a look at the times of day you like you feel happy to hear from somebody, versus the times you feel annoyed. It usually, like for me, when I'm in the thick of my day, in the middle of the day, and I'm really focusing and I'm making progress, that's not a great time for me to connect with other people. I'm much more responsive in the morning or in the evening. So just take a few minutes to kind of think about what works for you. Talk about how you each want to communicate. So you likely don't need to have an extensive high-level conversation about how frequently you're going to communicate with each other. But it would be helpful if you know that you wake up early and you like to get really focused and power through your work and you don't want to get interrupted, to let the person know that you're dating, that you're actually, you're better in the evenings. You're able to be more present and mindful and available to them in the evening. And make sure when you do say that you're consistent and you stick with it. So they're going to be expecting to only connect with you in the evening. So make sure that you're not sending them memes and emojis earlier in the day, because that's giving them mixed messages. They're then going to think that, oh, wait a minute, maybe it's okay to connect. The other thing is, if they're trying to maintain that boundary that you've asked, that they set for you and respect for you, they may not respond, right? And then you might get all upset that they're not responding to your text messages. But in actuality, they're trying to honor your request of staying focused in the morning and not being interrupted. So keep that in mind and make sure to have a conversation about it. Have online dates together. Regardless of how much you're in communication or not during your day, setting scheduled dates can let you connect in new ways. So you can do video dates that feel like grabbing drinks or dinner. That's one approach. You can both make drinks, you can make the same drink or prepare the same dinner virtually, and meet with one another through a screen and share. You can take a virtual museum walkthrough or tour a botanical garden. You could drive around a city and listen to local radio and share that with each other. You can attend an open online beginner's drawing class or book a cooking or pottery class at a local studio. Have a watch party with your mutual friends through Netflix Party, or have a group Zoom call where someone with the movie screen shares, or a group text where you count down and all press play simultaneously. Have offline dates separately. So if you're tired of sitting in front of your screens, but also dating someone on the other side of them, do separate offline activities together. What I mean by that is take a late afternoon and walk through your neighborhoods while you talk hands-free on the phone. Go read in a nearby park for a few hours and exchange photos of where you are and what you're reading. Have phone or video sex or an evening of sexting if you're feeling shy. Order the same type of takeout from separate local places and compare notes. Take pictures again. People love visuals. They love photos. Don't fixate on the next time you'll see each other. Regardless of why you're connecting primarily through your screens right now, it can be easy to slip into constantly dreaming of and wondering about and planning the next time you'll see each other in person, to the exclusion of other interactions. So don't do that. Instead, appreciate the ways you can connect now and the ways that you can have unique experiences together, even when we're apart. So it's not really about, oh, because of COVID, we have to have video dates and that sucks and, looking at it negatively. But instead, right now is a chance for us to get to know each other in a different way. And maybe actually the fact that we can primarily just connect with each other through video, it slows things down and it gives us a chance to really get to know each other without being physical too quickly. So for those of you that have watched my in other videos where I talk about serotonin and oxytocin being released in our brains, it makes us feel really euphoric and wanting to be really close very quickly, where it can muddy the waters a little bit and make us feel like we're in love with somebody when actually it's just a chemical shift in our bodies. This is giving you an opportunity to really get to know somebody. So I want you to focus on the positive aspects right now about making new connections through video screens. Remember to put the screens down sometimes too. They're a great way to connect with people, but sometimes the screens can actually, we can get numb through our screens and they can be pretty distracting. So take some time to, you know, put your screen down and maybe go into another room, do another activity, practice having healthy boundaries with yourself so that you aren't really getting overloaded by screen time. And don't expect like it don't if you're on the screen way too much, don't expect that somebody that you're dating is going to be on the screen that much. If you yourself know that you spend too much time on the screen and maybe they're not responding to you as quickly, maybe they're taking healthy distance from their screen and putting it down and going for a walk or going for a run or stepping away from it to read an hour of a novel and so on. So just remember, we have different styles and ways of engaging with technology. And just because there's a delay in a response, it doesn't necessarily mean somebody's not interested. It means that they just interact with their technology differently. So having a conversation about it and being really clear about expectations and boundaries and respecting that is going to go really far for you. So I hope this video is helpful, and I will continue to post additional videos to help all of you have more successful interactions while you're out there making new friendships or hopefully dating and having amazing connections with people. Take care all. Bye.